Are you ready to feel the burn again under a possible President Bernie Sanders? Stay tuned. I'm Robin Kinderman, and you're watching JBS Straight Talk. On Monday, Bernie Sanders, the self-proclaimed Democratic Socialist senator from Vermont, officially threw his hat in the ring for the Democratic Party's presidential nomination. Polls increasingly show that a majority of young people have a favorable opinion about socialism. In 2016, the Victims of Communism Memorial Fund commissioned a poll that revealed 53% of Americans younger than 35 were dissatisfied with the current economic system and prefer socialism as a good alternative. That same year, during the presidential primaries, Bernie Sanders captured the hearts and minds of more young voters than both Hillary Clinton and Donald Trump combined. In fact, in the first 24 hours of officially announcing his second presidential run on Monday morning, Sanders raised over $6 million in online campaign contributions. What attracts so many young people to Sanders isn't necessarily the prospect of living under the time after time failed Marxian experiment of socialism and central planning, but how he repackages those ideas. For example, you'll never hear Sanders describe his vision for America as one being under the brutal control of an oppressive and empowered federal government that oversees virtually every aspect of our lives. Not even die-hard Sandinistas would knowingly vote for that. But ignorantly, they will accept it under the woke, progressive banner of free college for all, Medicare for all, jobs for all, and, a favorite among us JWs, justice for all. These are the nice-sounding slogans of the Sanders 2020 campaign, and it's resonating. Fellow Democrat presidential candidate Senators Kamala Harris, Cory Booker, and Elizabeth Warren have endorsed the very same ideas that Sanders is running on. So even if he fails to win the nomination for the presidency, his ideas may have already won. And therein lies the danger as millennials and Democrats pave the road to serfdom in 2020. But don't say we didn't warn you. For over 60 years, the John Birch Society has been educating people about the dangers of socialism and communism. Rather than playing with these Marxist matches, Americans of all ages ought to educate themselves with the Constitution. The problem with American society today is not our adherence to free market capitalist principles or a strict interpretation of the Constitution, but rather a departure from both, moving instead towards a more government-regulated economy and unconstitutional big government, both of which are more like the kind of democratic socialism that Sanders is offering. So if your version of fighting the system is to do so by increasing and empowering the current system, then by all means, Sanders is right up your alley. But if you're interested in real change that leads to an actual return to what made America great in the first place, then you should familiarize yourself with our country's founding principles and documents, namely the Constitution. So get your copy today. Links are in the description below. Now for the giveaway. Last week's question was, what signs of federalization or militarization of police have you noticed in your community? The winner was Don J. from Wisconsin, who shared this photo of a military vehicle provided to his community by a federal grant. The question this week is, what signs of socialism have you noticed creeping into your local community? Click on the link below to post your answer. If you're tired of America sliding towards socialism and want to get back to our constitutional republic, we invite you to membership in the John Birch Society. Help extinguish the burn by educating the electorate as a JBS member. Until next time, take care and God bless.